Yeah. So what most people don't understand is that there is a war going on. There is a huge war going on. What do I mean by that? You believe in politics or you believe in your job. But you got to understand your birthright, land right. Once you came out of your mom's canal, the ship, when you arrived and the water burst and you came on the planet, every resource on here, on the planet, you're entitled to. Back in the day, it would be family orientated that owned the land, and then they would talk to other elders. Then elders became chiefs, right? And then became the government system. And now we lost in the whole sauce. So once you come out here on the planet, the only person that you can hold responsible is your government. Your family, your mothers, your brothers, your sisters. These are the immediate people right in your home. Second is your education system, your school. Your friends, their moral judgment. They're talking about stuff that don't make sense. Tell the person, man, you don't make no sense. This ain't gonna help my life or your life or the kids around us. You want us to go do that thing over there? I ain't gonna partake because it's not gonna benefit nobody and the planet. If I don't see the right in it, I'm not gonna do it. I would only support what is right. Now question my parents, my brothers, my sisters, my friends. Me, if you're not thinking, you can't be around me. And that's fine, because I came here alone. And you came here alone too yourself. So you're basically going to leave here by yourself. Die by yourself. You'd be lucky if you die in a plane crash where everybody dies at the same time with you and you go with a few group of people. Or a suicidal bomb guy bombs and kills a few of you. So misrepresentation is very, very important. And you can't chase it because you got a government system that works with religious system. And it works with the private sector. So the government system is taking your resources and allowing private sectors to take over something that belongs to everybody. We have people on the planet right now that has more money than the whole nation. Yes, they invented stuff. Yes, they took advantage of stuff. Yes, they're ahead of something. But does that make sense? When roads like this still exist, look at how small these roads are. And you're telling me there's no jobs. Wintertime is going to come. There's places that are dusty with no roads in other parts of the world. You have never left your countries to go to other parts of the world, which is part of your planet, and everything affects everything because the air that we breathe is the one air. There is no special air in North America that is separated from Asia, America, and Europe, and Africa. It's one air. There is no land separation because even the land separation is the oceans. And the ocean connects one planetary system to another planetary system. I say planetary because each one of these are planets. Europe is a planet, Africa is a planet, Asia is a planet, America is a planet, South America is a planet, Australia, and all these Antarctica are different planets separated by the water. These are your planets. They are on the plan, on the plane, planted, planet. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to start looking at the reality that somebody cannot misrepresent you, and you're going to be supporting stuff. Entertainers, musicians, movie directors, stars. What is a star when you're a star yourself? A 5-figure star within the circumference of a circle. Your hands, you stretch them out. That's a star. One here, one there, leg there, leg over there. That's what a star is. So, you see as I'm saying? A car going by, no side pavement, because this is what? Taking off. Considered a rural area for few. And these farms are not regular farms or regular lands. These are industrial or agriculture at the highest level. Not for individuals. Your food, you don't protect, you don't even grow your own foods. You have no power over your own food that goes in your mouth. You have no gardens in your houses in the summer. Only a few do. Everything you have, you've given your power away for somebody for money, currency, which is a piece of paper, and they can't even print enough for you to even get time to go to the parliamentaries, to the city halls, to your mayor's office, to write the letters, to even have enough time for your own family, let alone go advocate for something for you, yourself, your family, and the rest of the world. Stop participating in stuff that are lies. We are too grown as a society to overlook and overpass these things. We're no more children. When you were a child, you knew about Santa Claus. You're grown now, you know you're Santa Claus. You buy the gift for your children. Why lie? Why keep feeding the lie to yourself and everybody else? Why are you participating in stuff that are not realistic and perpetuating the lie because you want to feel good for 30 seconds and let the whole world suffer for it? You know, I had to tell my son Santa Claus doesn't exist. He was crying. And other people around that circle said, you did it wrong. Want me to be part of their crime together. But at least I told him the truth. And when he grows up, he will know that I'm not part of those trying to lie to him for a little bit of love. Lying love. I'd rather have real love that you're angry towards me about my truth. That is your reality, rather than fake lie to you and pretend we all good when you are suffering and I'm suffering and affects everything around us. Sometimes the truth hurts. Like Tupac said, the truth is no excuse. It hurts. Or a bottle of juice is no excuse. The truth hurt. Right? So I won't take no Kool-Aid and just buy this and say it's all right. Look, 2019. Look at the road. No sidewalk. These lands are confiscated. Every one of them is calculated, paid for, put on Google Map for you to find your way around. And you think this is for you? You have no resources left. These are planetary decisions made by your own politicians, your mothers, your fathers. You think these guys are going to go to school? Let me break down something to you. Your taxpayers' money goes into educating your children in university, so they give them a loan to go to school. When they graduate, they take their services and the knowledge that has been confiscated for generations after generation and go and work for a corporation while they get a check to rob their own people while they are there. Meanwhile, the taxpayers pay them money, put their money together in a fund for you to go to school to be able to come and work for a corporation. Now, it would be different if the corporation was paying for the students or people's children to go to school and come work for them. Then we'll say, yeah, the land belongs to them. But now, you say you belong to a country, a city, a province, a town, a state. And they gave you funding to go to school, which is a collection of everybody else's money within the pot. They gave you the money, you took the loan, you went to school. So when you graduated, why are you not working for the city? Why is the city not in charge of the resources that belongs to you? Why is the city sold out the property rights of yours to a one individual company or group or person? Have you ever thought about that? So why are you voting without understanding these basics first? So when you challenge politicians, you can question and bring some good questionnaire to them when you're campaigning. If you don't understand this and you're talking to them about something about currency, ask them who gave them the authority for the currency. How did the money weigh value? How come one part of your own society in the world doesn't have the same currency rate value as yours? How come the other part of the world is struggling and yours is not? And they have better weather or lifestyle or resources than your part of the world, and you just shut up and just take it? If you're doing that, I'm documenting my life. You're documenting your life right on this planet. Just like this data collects information, this is the character of who I am. You sitting there doing nothing about it, that's your character of who you are. That's the character you brought on this planet, and that's the character that will be documented in your DNA and your life record. You don't believe me? Like I gave an example about the data. You don't have access to me, you can't reach me if you don't have my cell phone number or my Facebook or whatever page I have. If you don't have that connection, we cannot connect. So there'll come a time me and you are going to be disconnected because we are not on the same frequency. And it's all right because you came here alone and died alone. And if we have to go to the afterlife and you have to testify, and I met you, they'll look at my record. Let's say God or whatever the universal mother was looking at this, or the divine source was looking at this, and he says, this boy here was on the planet advocating and educating and trying to give information to his fellow brothers and sisters based on what he knew. And then somebody else on the other side chose to do nothing with it. Their life itself is too hard. I'm going to give up or whatever it is, and never supported or never came into that picture or understanding. You owe it to your kids. You owe it to the animals. You owe it to the planet. You owe it to your neighborhood. Do not let any politician, business people, corporation take you for a fool. Those buses you're taking, the trains, the cars, the roads that are not built properly, the hospitals, the schools, you can get better. They can do it with the print of $1 bill. It's a machine goes, it prints thousands of them. You should not be suffering over budget or misbudgeting or lack of money, which is a piece of paper. You understand what I mean? You see that horse right there? It's eating for free. It's dealing with nature. I don't know if you can see it. You understand? See that horse? It's eating. It's dealing with nature. It's free. We put it in the cage. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to ask yourself, why are you free? And yet you have no free in your dome. No free in your head, the dome. The arch dome of your head, you are not free in it. Ask yourself. This is what I want to put to you. What's your birthright? What's your human right? We can't talk about any of these things unless you understand these things. The city buses belong to you. The trains belong to you. The universities belong to you. The city halls belong to you. It's your resources, your manpower, and your energy is what has been done to build those things. Those who are making decisions are no special than you, have no special rights than you to receive a paycheck higher than you. Anybody that's in the office or in any type of politician's office that is making a decision for you, if they're not making the same wage as you, they are not making decisions for you. Because the wages is what separate the boys from the girls, or the boys from the men, or the men from the women from the girls. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not in my tax bracket, you cannot understand my struggles. You cannot face my reality. You cannot make decisions, because then I'll be misrepresented, because you don't know what I need. You're assuming, and you're not consulting me, because when you leave, you're going to make decisions with your peers. Those people in the parliament, that's your peers. Those are not my peers. You are not my peer if I'm not making decisions with you. You're making decisions with your peers who live in the same things and go through the exact same things as you do. So think about it. Use this basic information to teach and educate your children. Cut down on a lot of the bull crap that comes on your media feed. Don't support anything. Save that money, put it in your pocket. Let the system feel like you have some money and put it in your pocket. Save as much as you can. Don't eat 20 pizzas a day. Eat one pizza if you can in a week. Put every penny you can in a jar. Make sure you got enough to remove yourself from these particular systems and go to other systems and try and challenge and educate your next generation to fight for you and yourself if the system ain't going to listen to you and me and everybody else on the planet. I didn't want to be doing this. I was pushed by a divine force of energy to do this. This was not my intention. I kept quiet for a very long time. But every time I tried to go for it, the spirit kept telling me, you're wasting your time. You need to start telling people the experience, because I'm in places most will never be.